Hey, everybody. Welcome to tonight's Success Connection. If you can hear me, just give me a big yes in the chat box. I'm going to make sure you can possibly see me. Let's see. There we go. How's everybody doing tonight? I see lots of people that are joining as we speak. So I am currently fixing my iPad so that I can do our notes for you guys tonight. So bear with me for 1 second, but welcome to the Success Connection. I see lots of people that are joining as we fire this thing up. So that is awesome. You guys know I love it when we have lots of people on. So I'll be pulling up my notes here in a second. Let's see. Very good. All right. I know I'm a little behind schedule, but that is because my computer decided to give me what we call in the internet entrepreneur space a massive headache today because it would not load my iPad. I don't know what it was doing. It just wouldn't actually load the iPad, and so I was just, you know how I am. I'm like, everything's always perfect, so it's driving me crazy. But anyway, I'll quit rambling. Welcome to everybody who is here on the Success Connection. Excited to have you guys here and looking forward to an awesome training event tonight. We've got a lot of cool stuff going on, and I've got some exciting news tonight. So tonight we're going to announce, I guess what you might call the next step in our challenge funnel process, okay? So if you're brand new to the Success Connection, I just want to kind of get this out of the way because sometimes I have to say it every Thursday night anyway, right? Look, if you're brand new, here's the deal. The Success Connection is not about any specific training. So I know we have a ton of people coming in and are new students of Morrison Education, and I'm so thankful to have you here. But we are really focused on building new businesses and launching those new businesses online together. Our courses like Partner with Anthony, the Ambassador Program, our email domination course, which we had a ton of people get the email domination course last week, and I kind of feel like it's probably because as you go along, you can see like where this is like important stuff to learn. But the point is, those courses are standalone courses. The Success Connection isn't really tied to those. However, you'll find that as we build these businesses here, the main goal is to build this massive conglomerate of businesses and funnels and abilities for you to make money. And you can plug these into and use them with any of the courses and the training and the software that we have available to our members. So it should not be something where you're like, oh my gosh, I don't know what to do. Everything is kind of standalone when you get here on the Success Connection. But that's also what makes it such a great thing, because it doesn't matter what product, program, or training you have. What we're teaching here on the Success Connection allows us to all come together, connect, and then hopefully through that connection, be able to make a massive amount of money and a huge impact on other people in the world. How many of you are with me on that? Just give me a big yes. I want to see lots and lots of yeses. Very good. And again, for those of you that are new, I am at my office in Destin, Florida. I'm here until October 15th or so, and then we're headed back home for good. And so the internet will be a little bit better, so maybe I won't be so choppy maybe. And of course, I probably won't be in a tank top having been on the beach all day. So, you know, I'll be probably dressed in boring cold clothes from Mississippi. So, but got a couple more weeks of fun here in Destin, then I'll be headed home. So tonight what we want to do is we want to dive in. Last week, we talked a little bit about how do we want to fulfill our challenge, and do we want it to be one way versus another? And I'm actually going to go back over some of that with you right now for those of you that missed last week. And this is probably a good week for me to kind of give you a global overview of what this challenge business really is and what it's designed for, because now we're going into the phase now where we're gonna be able to launch the business. So what I'm gonna do is just pull this up. If you happen to miss last week or the week before, maybe you're just a new student and you weren't here, you weren't even a student of ours, that's okay, because here's the deal. We've got a full recap every week of what we're doing, so we never leave you behind. And I think that's probably the most important thing for everybody to remember. So this is what we said we were going to do this week. Okay, is we were going to announce our challenge path. Okay, and then of course we were going to give away $500, give away $1,000, which is really, really awesome. So we've got all this stuff to do, but let's talk about our challenge, okay, funnel, and what the point of it is and what we're going to do for you guys, because I think this is really awesome. Okay, so you know that ultimately you have these digital course businesses. Okay, so you have these digital course businesses. So these are, you own these. Okay, so you guys already have these and you own these. If you're a new student and you're like, Anthony, I don't have these, what are you talking about? Perfectly fine, not a problem, I understand. Here's the deal. You do have these businesses, you just don't know it yet. This is your Success Connection Resource Center, and what's really important to note about this is the businesses that I've built for you. I've built you a business called the 8-Figure Funnel Formula. I've built you a business called Inboxer Academy. I've built you a business called 7-Figure Email Strategies. I've built you a business called your YouTube business, your Instagram Profits business. And now we're working on your challenge business, okay? Now, you might be sitting there saying, okay, Anthony, well, what do all those businesses do? We've already built those funnels for you. We've built the product. We've built everything. So if you're a new student, later tonight, I'm going to give you the link. You can download all those businesses. But here's what I realized, and this is the reason why I've taken so much time on this challenge piece. I really want it to be perfect because I want for you guys to be able to make the most money possible with it. When you sit out here and you look at these digital course businesses, right? You can call it the 8-figure business, you can call it the email business, you can call it the Inboxer business, you can call it the YouTube business. I know I misspelled that. You can call it the IG business and so on and so forth. You've got all these businesses, you own them, okay? And then out here, okay, we've got what we call traffic. Okay, we've got what we call traffic, and usually it's what we call cold traffic. That could be Facebook, it could be Instagram, it could be Google, it can be solo ads, all of these different things, okay? So here's what we've got. We've got cold traffic, and we've got our own product. And of course, our goal, okay, our goal for all of this is to create buyers. Okay, so your goal is obviously to create buyers, because when you create a buyer, you make money. Okay, because this is just where money is. Okay, all right. So in the past, what we've told you to do is we've told you, hey, you can send this cold traffic through what we call a funnel. Okay, and we've built all those funnels for you, and we've given them to you completely free. So you can literally send your cold traffic through this funnel, okay? And this funnel will then try to sell these courses. And then of course, the hope is that you reach your goal and you create a buyer, okay? So this representing of the normal way to run a business, right? The normal way to run your online business. However, there is a function that sits right between here where we need to we call it warm up the leads. I don't know how else to say this, okay? Look, nobody ever wants to be referred to as data, and nobody really wants to be referred to as a lead. But ultimately, that's what we all are. We are all just leads in businesses all over the world, right? And by the way, if you are a member of our Facebook group, please do me a favor, go pound the Facebook group, let everybody know we're live on the Success Connection, and they're crazy if they miss out on tonight's training. I like to always remind people, so do me a favor, go post it right now. Take you 2 seconds if you're a member of the Facebook group. If you're not, we'll give you access to that in a little while. All right, so I wanted to jump right into the training tonight. You guys know a lot of times I have a lot of stuff going on and I want to tell you about it, but tonight I just want to straight in, okay? So here's the deal. We want to warm up the lead. All right. Now, oftentimes our funnels that we've given you help to warm up the lead. For instance, the 8-figure funnel business or the 8-figure funnel formula business. In this case, we give away a free ebook. And that free ebook is designed, okay, by nature, it's designed to hopefully warm up that lead, okay? Meaning, okay, we didn't sell them something initially, we gave them something for free, so they should feel pretty good about that. And then all of a sudden, maybe they'll buy the book from us later, or maybe they'll buy one of these other products we have, like our email profits, our inboxer, YouTube, IG, all these different things, right? So we try to warm up the lead, but we try to warm it up with kind of an offsetting thing. Like, in other words, here's something for free, go read it on your own, and if you're interested in it, let us know, okay? And it seems to work, right? Seems to work. But when you have extremely cold traffic, and with cold traffic, I mean traffic that does not know who you are, okay? So for you guys, most all of the traffic that you generate online is going to be cold traffic. For somebody like me who's been doing this for an awfully long time, there may be some name or image recognition. So when I run a Facebook ad or a Google ad or a solo ad or anything, and people land on a page and they see my face, they might say, oh, that's Anthony, right? Because they've seen stuff from me in the past. So I'm not quite cold traffic all the time. But then again, there's a huge chunk of my business that is legitimately just cold traffic, like flat out cold, and they have no clue who I am. And so we have to figure out how can we best warm up this traffic. That is where we come in with a, like say, a 14-day challenge funnel, okay? And the newer model, and this particular model is, we send all this traffic, okay? But in this case, we send it to the 14-day challenge funnel. And the 14-day challenge funnel then sells the products. And then, of course, the hope is that those people end up down here as buyers, okay? And so what's the real difference in this process right here, okay? What's the real difference? So the question really usually for most people is, why do this, right? Well, we've talked about it in the past. A lot of times what's happening with a challenge funnel is you're giving people little bits and pieces of information to get them excited. With challenge, okay, so with the challenge, and we talked about this, if you've got these notes, and if you don't, you'll get them again, okay? You can see we compound the notes for every business, so you'll get these notes tomorrow, and you'll be able to literally go back through, look at this, through all of this, right? And so I'm just gonna say refer to top of notes, but so why do challenges work? Because they sell results. We talked about this the last few weeks, and that is like, hey, listen, when I have a headache, what do I really want? I might say, man, I want an Advil, but that's not what I really want. What I want is pain relief. I want to get rid of the headache that I currently have, right? So that's just something that obviously is going to happen. So with a challenge, we sell results. We sell the end result, what someone wants. Challenges are usually addictive. Okay, so people get excited about it because it's addicting. It's like, hey, can I win this? People like little mini wins, which is what we've talked about in the past. And that is, look, people can win small, right? But if we can stack up a bunch of small wins, we build up confidence. Confidence gives us the desire to move forward and to do other things, right? So that's another thing. People love to be challenged. We all know that, okay? That's just kind of a given, and that is that people love to be challenged. If you challenge me to do something, I'm more likely to do it than if you just say, hey, Anthony, go do this, right? Because I like to win a challenge. And then, of course, motivation through groups, right? So motivation through groups. So all of these things exist within a challenge, and it's the reason why challenges work so well. What the end result is, okay, and we're gonna go back down here to tonight's notes, and I'm just gonna say, why they work. I'm gonna say, look at top of notes, okay, because this will tell you why they work. And then what is the goal? The goal of the challenge is to warm up the traffic and leads. The goal of the traffic, or the goal of the challenge, is to let them try before they buy. And of course, the main goal is, at least for me anyway, to create the best buying experience. Okay, so to create the best buying experience. Okay, so all of these things happen. Now, when we're doing this challenge, we can accomplish all of this, okay, by small prizes. So small prizes along the way will motivate somebody to continue to do what it is that you're asking them to do. For instance, there's no doubt in my mind if I said to all of you, and I said, listen, if you'll go post in the Facebook group right now and tell everybody we're live on the Success Connection, in the next 5 minutes, I'm going to give away $100. Everybody would go and start posting in the Facebook group. But I just asked you to post in the Facebook group like 5 minutes ago and tell everybody we were live. Why would you post now and you didn't post then? It's all incentivization, right? Look, the world we live in, we like to be incentivized to do everything, right? There's Major League Baseball games where they'll have like bobblehead nights or whatever to get people out to the stadiums. There's every single time somebody asks for your email address online, they're incentivizing you to give it to them. They're saying, we'll give you this for free, we'll give you that for free, we'll teach you this for free, we'll empower you this way for free. Like, we live in a world where we don't, and I hate to say this, but we don't just do things out of the goodness of our heart, for the most part, okay? That's a sweeping statement that's not 100% true, but we are more likely to do something if there is some kind of incentivized reward for us. Does that make sense, everybody? And how many of you would agree with me? Type the number 1 in if you would agree with me. Okay. I see lots and lots and lots of ones. Very good. I see some people saying no. And like I said, sweeping generalization, right? Not meant to say it applies to everybody, but when you're in marketing, this is the one thing that you must remember. Marketing is about the standard, not the exception. Okay, what does that mean for you and why am I writing that out? Because here's the deal. Oftentimes, you will sit there and say, well, I'm not going to do it this way, or I'm not going to do this that way. In other words, you make marketing decisions based on what you would do. So if you were to say, hey, listen, I am, and look, the best way for me to give you this particular type of information would be to compare it to something that's, I got to give you an analogy that you'll understand, okay? So I'm going to use politics. However, I'm not going to use I'm not going to pick a side. I'm just saying that, let's say you're a Republican, okay? And so you build out your landing pages and you say, you know what? I think it should be done this way because this is what I would respond to, okay? And you put a big picture of Donald Trump on the page and you draw a line down and you say, Trump suggests this, right? Now, mind you, you can't do that. That's illegal to be saying the president or anybody, any celebrity suggests that you do something. I'm giving you an example. If you did that, okay, great. 50% of America is going to buy it, are going to love it, and they're going to see it, and they're going to be like, oh my gosh, but guess what? 50% is going to instantly hate your page, never buy anything from you, and you're alienating half of the world, right? Or half of the country, whatever you want to call it. Because at the end of the day, your view only fits into the bucket of about 50%. And so what we have to do in marketing is bridge that gap. The thing that you can't seem to be doing, nobody can seem to do in politics, right? It's bridge the gap. It's appeal to everyone. And so it's very important when you're building your pages, when you're writing your emails, when you're creating your copy, whatever you're doing, that you're not looking at this from a personal standpoint, that you're looking at it from a standard. What is the standard? What is the norm? What would most people do, right? What would most people think? Not what would I think and what do I like. Does that make sense to everybody? Give me a big yes. Okay, I see lots and lots and lots of yeses. Very good, very good. And that's, look, that's just part of marketing, right? Like, we can't get away from it. We can't get around it. You know, if it were up to me, everything I do would be sitting on the beach, right? But there's a lot of people that don't care about that. So you've got to pick a neutral type of situation when you're helping people, because you've got to have them know, like, and trust you, okay? So write that down. You've heard me say this before, but they have to know, they have to like, and they have to trust you, okay? If they don't know, like, and trust you, they won't buy from you. That's just the way that it is. So when we look at this whole funnel that we're building, our goal is to sell these products, okay? Our target audience is the world, but we're using it through, you know, whatever means we can get traffic. The 14-day challenge is the neutralizer. The 14-day challenge is what's designed to appeal to everyone and essentially warm up those leads, warm up those people, and have those people excited about you, about what you've got to offer, so that they will then buy one of your products. Does this make sense, everybody? Just give me a big yes. Okay, very good. Now, let me just show you quickly, okay, just very quickly, the funnel, and then we're going to talk about how we're going to deliver the content, because we asked you to vote members area or Facebook group, and I've got some exciting news for you, because I'm going to tell you the winner and what we're going to be doing, okay? So the funnel goes like this. They're going to go through an opt-in page, okay? So we go through an opt-in page, all right? So where they put in their email address, okay? And from that opt-in page, all right, they're now going to go to what we call a thank you page, okay? And this thank you page has steps, like step 1, step 2, and step 3, all right? So I'm drawing all this out for you so that you have perfect notes as we start to build this now, all right? And then these steps, okay, are basically determined by what it is that your challenge is going to be. So let's take a really quick look. And I know this, for some of you that haven't been here, you might be like, okay, Anthony, but wait a minute, I don't understand. Don't worry, all right? This is one of the opt-in pages that we built you, okay? We actually put together the video for you as well. So for those of you that are new, you'll be able to get this a little bit later tonight, but you'll see, boom, your challenge funnel opt-in page. You'll be able to download all of this tonight. You can launch it live in your account within 10 minutes at the end of our training tonight, so just hang tight. You can also grab the video, okay, that's inside of here, so you'll be able to put your video, which I made for you, so don't worry, inside of here. But you can see where it says gain the secrets to building your own successful internet business plus a chance to win cool prizes. And then it's got like all of the little information about the cool prizes here. And I've already written the copy, so you can fill in your name, your city, and your state. And then you can read through this. I've already written all this copy. There's a few places where we want you to like insert your story. But everything is here to help you. And I've already selected some prizes that people could win. But again, you could edit these to be whatever you want them to be, okay? That's the beautiful part about this, is this is your business. It's not mine. This funnel is designed to warm up that traffic, make them really excited, and make them buy these other products, which again, I don't make any money on anyway, right? So I have zero, if you're a new student, I have zero to gain from you doing this. This is just what I love to do. And I have never seen anybody else, and this is not me like, you know, tooting my own horn and saying, look how great I am or anything like that. I've just never seen anybody else devote the time and attention that it takes to really help people build their own online business. There's tons and tons of trainings and educations and all that stuff, but at the end of the day, connecting with you, seeing the chat box, seeing all the questions. I download this after every webinar. I download this and I look back through it and I try to find the recurring themes. What could I have done better? Where did I miss people? Why were people confused? You know, whatever the case may be. And luckily for you and for me, every Thursday night, I'm here live. Doesn't matter that football is on and I love football and I'm sad when I miss football, because at the end of the day, I'm going to be right here and I'm going to be working my butt off to try to help you, right? That's what one thing you can count on, right? And so I can take you along this path, right, by personally interacting with you. Most people would charge $30,000 to do some stuff. Actually, most people just flat out won't do it. One other really big name in our industry, I absolutely will not call his name out because he may be very unhappy with me if I do, but he started to try to do the Success Connection, and he quit after about 3 weeks. He's like, dude, I just don't even see how you do it. Like, how do you teach for 52 weeks out of the year? I'm like, it's because I'm teaching what I'm doing, I'm getting feedback from my students, and I'm molding what I teach with what they need. Whereas an online course, which is great, and look, we've got a lot of courses and tons of people take them, and a lot of people have success. You can't mold them, right? You can't. They're kind of static. They're there, but they're not moldable and bendable as we move along. And so the Success Connection, that's what this place is for. And so as we build these pages, right, you can go in and you can put whatever you want on it. It's completely up to you and it's completely free. So we do not make any money off this. This is 100% yours. And so hopefully you appreciate that and you use it, right? Let's go figure. All right, so listen, once we go through this, we click the opt-in button and it says, basically join the 14-day challenge, right? And you ask for their information here. This builds your email list, and then they go to what we call the thank you page. All right, so go over here to the thank you page. All right, on the thank you page, we basically say thanks for joining. Now complete these short steps. Okay, so we want them to complete some steps for us right after they join. All right, the completing of the steps is the very first part. This is the first step. Okay, to starting off your challenge business correctly. But at this point, and by the way, we've given you this, and then we also gave you another version of it that we bought from one of our students. So you can see there's opt-in and thank you, and then there's opt-in page 2 and thank you page 2. These are opt-in pages and thank you pages that we bought from one of our students when we had the contest. We bought that, we give it to you, so you'll get that tonight as well. All right, so if we go back to our drawing here, so the thank you page is designed to put people into this kind of challenge mindset, get them started, right? Now, I told you that you had options, that you could send people to what we call a members area. Oops, stop it. A members area, okay? Where there's all these tabs like for day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, day 6, and so on and so forth. And it plays a video and stuff like that. Or we could deliver our challenge information, okay, like in a Facebook group, right? So I said we can do either one of these, okay? Got lots of votes. And what I think overall, the majority, okay, so the majority wanted a members area. Okay, so if you look back at what I told you I was going to do tonight, which is announce the winner of this, I'm about to do that right now. And of course, you were able to vote, so we'll just kind of mark that off. So the majority wanted a members area, okay? But here's the interesting thing. When I saw the answers to why people wanted us to show you how to launch this in a Facebook group, it made a lot of sense because people said, look, if we can connect with the people that are going through our challenge, we have a much greater opportunity of them buying our products, right? Makes sense. We talked about this last week. If you do a challenge out here, some of the biggest pros are it's automated, okay? So it's automated and evergreen, okay? So it's automated and it's evergreen. What that means is that if you join the challenge today, your 14 days starts today. If I join the challenge tomorrow, my 14 days starts then, right? But this is not personal, okay? This is not a personal interaction. The pros for a Facebook group is the personal interaction, right? And like, let's just call a spade a spade. With a challenge, okay, one of the key components is what we call duplication. Now, I know that some of you are going to say, Anthony, wait a minute, I don't want to be a part of an MLM. And guess what? Neither do I. You're not. But duplication happens, right? How many of you are in partner with Anthony? Just type the number 5 into the chat box right now if you are a member of Partner with Anthony. Okay? I see tons and tons and tons of you. All right. Very good. Very good. Now, I want you to do me a favor. Type the number 3 in right now if you are a Partner with Anthony student that has made a sale of Partner with Anthony. You made at least one sale of Partner with Anthony. Type the number 3 in the chat box right now. Go. All right. There's at least 400. I don't know. There's so many coming on now. We've got 985 people on, 987 people on here. So okay. So I don't know. I mean, I could go to webinar and show me a count, but maybe 300 or 400 of you just said, type the number 3 in. Here's the deal. You have all created duplication for Partner with Anthony. If you think about it, you sold my product. You are duplicating the success. So because you bought the product, now someone else bought the product. That is called duplication, okay? And by the way, there's a lot of you that typed the number 3 in, and there were not a lot of you that gave me video testimonials last week, so we're gonna talk about that in a minute. But nevertheless, duplication is key, okay? With challenges, what we want is we want people to be, part of the challenge is to refer new people. Get new people to join the challenge. That's how the challenges start generating what we call free traffic, right? Because this generates free friend-based referral traffic. And this is one of the biggest keys to making lots of money on the internet. I don't know how many of you followed my fan page domination course. It was something I released a few years back. It was, it still works, but the strategy that I used there was to use this duplication, this friend-based referral traffic. I just did it on Facebook, not through challenges, and I built a list of 450,000 people for free. I built a fan page with, I think, 700,000 fans for free, and I parlayed that business into owning a piece of a huge rental, like massive, like rental company, like a HomeAway, completely free. I basically now own a percentage of that because they wanted my assets. So the point is that friend-based referral traffic is the best traffic. That's what happens with challenges. So here's what I decided to do for you guys, and I wanted to kind of explain the process, and I wanted to explain how I'm doing it. And then I'm going to give you there's going to be a little twist in how we do these things, okay? I looked at this and I thought, really, you guys could benefit from me building out the challenge in a members area, but you could also really benefit from the Facebook group. So here's what I'm going to do. Step 1 is going to be join our members area. Step 2 is we join our Facebook group. And step 3, I'm going to talk to you about next week, okay? So step 3 next week, once I've got one thing done, I'm going to show you what step 3 is. But here's basically the deal. I'm going to build the whole thing out for you where you get to do both. And they both work together, okay? Because if you build a big community inside of a Facebook group, you can make a lot of money from it, okay? You guys know I don't sell you anything inside of our Facebook group. All I ever talk about is help people and get on the webinar, get on the Success Connection, whereby we aren't selling anything. But our Facebook group would be a great place. How many of you feel like our Facebook group would be a great place for me to make sales? Just give me a big yes. And here's what's really awesome about the Facebook group. Other people sell your product for you. If you go into our Facebook group right now and you look, there are hundreds of posts of people that are making money with Partner with Anthony. Hundreds of people that are making money with our ambassador program. Hundreds of people that have bought all these programs that are so excited and they talk about it. And guess what? Other people are like, hey, did you really like that? How did it work for you? And they're like, you got to start here. You got to make sure you get this. Make sure you don't get to. They're selling my products for me, right? Answering the questions for me. And here's the thing. Oftentimes that's better because it's more believable, right? Because at the end of the day, what we want is we want to help people. We want to increase our conversions. And a lot of times your best assets are your happy students. They're the students that are doing well. They're the students that are making money. They're the students that are vocal, right? And so that's what we're going to create for you, because by having this Facebook group, you're going to create that vocal community, the ability for people to be like, oh my gosh, you're right. This is awesome. I can't wait to do this. This is phenomenal. The challenge is great. It's changed my life, all these things. Now all of a sudden, there's a way for you to make money, right? Because they're going to sell your products for you. And a lot of times it's monkey see, monkey do, right? Like you've heard that old saying, right? It's if you're selling a product, all of a sudden, when one person buys it and they say they bought it, people feel like FOMO, right? The fear of missing out. They're like, oh my God, I'm going to miss out. And so they go buy it. And here's how the selling process works, okay? It's actually quite brilliant. All right, so here's how we sell. All right. So here's how you're going to sell your products inside of these members areas, which by the way, if you're new and you don't understand how this works, I'm going to build the members area. I'm going to show you how to build your Facebook groups, okay? Because if I built it, I would own it. I want you all to have your own Facebook group. And then I'm going to build the full 14-day content for you, like 100% of it. I'm going to build it for you for free, and I'm going to put it in there for you so that you could have it. And you're going to literally have me doing this for you. So it's going to be really awesome for those of you that pay attention and stay engaged. So how do we sell? Okay, check this out. Day one, it's training. Day two, we do some motivation. Okay, day three, we show results from this particular training, right? When they complete, okay, I gotta try to, I hate to draw all these days, it's a waste of time. All right, when they complete this, they get a bonus training. And that bonus training happens on a page that looks like this. It's got these videos, okay, up top, training 1, training 2, training 3. But only training 1 is showing up, okay? This is called a training sales launch, okay? I know that this is confusing to some of you because you haven't seen it yet, but it's okay. This is called a launch, right? When you can see video 1, but this video it's locked, right? Isn't that how they do a lock, like that? These videos are locked, right? They're locked right now. You can't get to them. Then day 4, now remember, this is a training. Let's just say that you decide you want to sell, I don't know, you want to sell Partner with Anthony. All right, you get to pick what you want to sell. So you want to sell Partner with Anthony. So video 1 is about Partner with Anthony, but it's not selling him anything. It's just talking to him about the strategies and the techniques that they learn and just say, okay, keep going through the challenge. We'll talk more later. All right, then day 4, we're going to have more training. Okay, day 5, we're going to have motivation because we have to motivate people to take action on that training. All right, day 6, all right, we're going to have more training. All right, I'm going to have to write all this out, all these days. All right, when we get to day 7, all right, we've got this done. Day 7, we're going to have some more training. So this is going to be kind of a more intense training piece. When they complete this, all right, they get bonus training, and here's what happens. They go to a page like this where video 1 and video 2 are unlocked, only video 3 is still locked, okay? But they're watching video 2. So they have 1 and they have 2. It's still about Partner with Anthony or whatever it is that you want it to be about, okay? But they get access to it, all right? Then what you do is you go with day, let's see, just day 8, day 9, day 10, day 11, day 12, day 13, day 14. Okay, so in here, we're going to motivate, then we train, okay, train, stop it. All right, so this is training. All right, story. I'll explain all of this later on, but this is a story. Then here's the deal. We train, we motivate, and we end on motivate. When they complete, my iPad always does this, and I don't know why. When they complete, they get the final bonus training. Okay, and the final bonus training has video 1, video 2, video 3, and it's on video 3, and then there's a buy button. This is where you're selling the product. So here's the deal. What this does is this does not require you to ever actually sell inside of the challenge, okay? The challenge is not designed to sell. Remember, it's designed to warm them up and create a selling process. These pages out here, okay, like this page, and this page, these are external links to pages that I'm going to build for you, all right? So what we're going to be doing is throughout this process, okay, on all of these days, so on all of these days, we're also going to be pushing to the Facebook group for homework. So what's going to happen is we're going to use the training that's happening here to push people here to basically do their homework. That way, when we play these types of videos here, and when they buy this video, we're going to say, go tell people in the group. In other words, if you've gone through the whole bonus training and you've now bought whatever the product is, the 8-figure funnel formula, the email marketing business, the Partner with Anthony business, whatever, one of your businesses, then we're going to push them back up to Facebook and say, hey, make sure to tell everybody what's happening. Make sure to tell everybody that you did this. Make sure to tell everybody you completed this challenge, right? Look, this is the best way for you to be able to make a ton of money, because now you're conditioning all of everybody that's here in this challenge is bringing more people in, and those more people are getting awesome free content and free training and free motivation, and they're like, oh my gosh, this is phenomenal, and even getting bonus training. And what happens is you create an environment where people know you, they like you, they trust you, and what do they want to do? They want to join you. They want to do what it is that you're doing because they believe in you, right? And they can see the success. They can see that you've put a lot into this, and so they want to be a part of that, right? People want to be a part of things, and that's what you're creating with this. So this is a phenomenal opportunity for you to be able to create huge businesses. So I am going to do both of these for you. So here is our schedule, okay? Now, there's going to be a little mix-up with our schedule because, as you guys know, I like it when I have 1,000 people live on my webinar. I do not like to be here with 972. I pride myself on having 1,000 people on our webinar every single week. And I think what happens is people like to get all the assets and all the stuff that I put together, and they like to pop on at the last minute, and or in some cases people are like, I'll join next week, right? And they miss. That mindset is what gets you out of the flow, right? What gets you out of your sync where you're able to do this. So here's the schedule of events and here's the things that are going to change. Next week, I'm going to give you the members area. Okay, so that's next week. And then the next week, we'll call it week 2. So that'll be week 1. Week 2, okay, I'm going to give you all of the content for your members area. So I'm going to give you all those training videos. I'm going to sit down and do all of that, 14 days worth for you for free, okay? Week 3, I'm going to give you the emails for buyers and non-buyers. Now, in this case, obviously, it's for people that joined the challenge and then people that made it in but didn't actually go through. So this will be to help push people through the challenge, right? Which is very key. Then week 4, we're going to build your Facebook group. So week 4, we're going to build your Facebook group. Week 5, we are going to talk about conversion training. My goal is just going to be to show you better ways when running this to make money. And then week 6, we're going to launch live. And you guys are going to be able to start crushing it and actually making big money with this. Now, the whole point of this is to build your list and make you more money. So this is the schedule of events, okay? This is the schedule of events, but, big but, okay? Here's what's gonna happen. If you miss more than one live session, if you miss more than one live session, download links won't work. If we don't have at least 1,000 people on here, okay, every week, from here until we're finished, which by the way, there's nothing for sale, right? It's all free. But if we don't have at least 1,000 people on here, I am going to quit making the download links available unless you are on live. Meaning, while we're on here, they'll be live, and then the minute we get off, they're not going to work. And they're not going to work unless you're on here live. So we can track it. We know who's on here and who's not. We're not stupid. We have tons of data, right? I get that sometimes people are, you got something that happens, something that, you know, you're busy, whatever. That all makes sense. And I truly know there are some people from out of the country. By the way, if you're one of those people that's from out of the country, we already know that and doesn't apply to you. So if it's like 3 a.m. for you, at the end of the day, if you're in the United States or Canada and it's 9 o'clock Eastern for you, it's 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 10 o'clock, where you're at, you should be on here, right? But the point is, if we don't, and maybe it's not if you miss more than one session, it's just if everybody misses more than one session, we're gonna have less people. If we don't have 1,000 people on here, we are not going to leave the links on this page at all. They will only be on here during the live sessions. I will remove them, and then they will only be put back during the live sessions. So I'm gonna have to start incentivizing you, as you heard me talk about, to actually show up and be on here live, because that's how I learn, right? For those of you that are new, the deal is I learn from you as much as you learn from me. But I can't learn from you if you're not on here. I can't learn from you if you just pop on at the end and download stuff. So there are ways for me to fix that. I can lock it so that only the people that are sitting on the webinar within the first 15 minutes of us starting can even get to the Success Connection resource pages. So I have my tricks up my sleeve that I'm going to be implementing. So I'm just giving you fair warning that this is a lot of work for me, ton of work. You're talking about building out a members area, building out 14 days of content, thinking through how do I motivate, how do I teach, how do I sell, how do I make training that's going to allow you to be able to sell any of these products that you want, but it not look like me, feel like me, and sound like me, and I can't use any of my assets and any of my face or anything, right? It's a lot of work for me to do this. And I do it completely free because I love to do it, and I love for you to take action. I love for you to get involved, and I love for you to be able to make money with it. That's the reason why I do it. But I gotta make sure that you're giving me a little back, right? Just be on here, give me feedback, stay engaged, and I promise you I'll keep crushing these things out for you. We're going on to year 5 on the Success Connection. So for those of you that are new, every Thursday, for going on 5 years now, I've been on here teaching, educating, training, and giving you stuff for 5 years. Find me somebody else that's willing to do that. And it won't happen, by the way. And so my goal is to continue to do that as long as you continue to give me what I need, which is 1,000 people on here every single week, excited and eager to learn. And that's all I ask for, right? So pump everybody up in the Facebook group, make sure everybody's here. If we start to see that we're not hitting 1,000 for the next 6 weeks, then it's gonna be a little bit harder for everybody that misses to be able to get access to this stuff, because I truly think it should be for the people that join us and that are super engaged, right? That's just kind of how I feel about it, and so hopefully everybody understands that. All right, so that's our schedule of events. That's how we're going to launch the whole business, and I'm super stoked here that now I'm going to be giving you the members area and building the Facebook group and showing you how to connect those two properly. How many of you can appreciate that? Instead of having choices or having to make a choice, you get both, and I think that is super powerful for everybody here on tonight's Success Connection. All right, perfect. I see lots and lots of people. So here's what's happening next week, okay? Next week, number 1, I'm giving you your challenge members area, all right? Okay, number 2, we're going to connect it with your thank you page. What this means is we're gonna have everything connected up, ready to go and ready to rock. So this should be awesome. This is the most important session of all of the sessions, because you want that members area, and you want to get it connected, because then you're just a few steps away from being able to launch, right? I'm still gonna be giving away $500 for our group post. So what that means is, for those of you that are new, we have a Facebook group, okay? And right up here, you'll see how you can get access to it. We have a Facebook group right here. If you click this button, you click to join. You can request to join the Facebook group. Myself or one of my team members will get you approved. Whenever you get in there, if you make a post every night or every day between now and next Thursday, you'll qualify to win part of this $500, which I'm gonna be giving away here in just a second as well. So $500 that you could potentially win next week by just being active in the Facebook group. And then we have our Partner with Anthony testimonial $1,000 giveaway. All right. I have already found a couple of people that submitted videos to me last week that worked really well. But nobody, not even like this many out of all of you that just typed the number 3 in down here, submitted me a video. Okay, so I'm going to give you one more chance to do this and be a part of this. Now, what you're going to find is, if you do it, there's going to be a special opportunity for you inside a Partner with Anthony to use the assets for yourself, meaning use the testimonials for yourself, because obviously you're going to be in those testimonials. So I would suggest doing it. I think it's going to help you tremendously. You know, for those of you in Partner with Anthony, you have to understand, I am constantly doing new tests, constantly. In fact, I actually have one of those tests up right here, and this is what I'm going to do for your challenge members area too. So if you take a look, let me pull it up on the screen here real quick. So what we're looking at, let me just kind of pull it up 1 second. All right, hold on. You can kind of see some of these numbers. This is where I'm testing something new to help incentivize people to take the $97 lifetime membership to or one-time payment for Partner with Anthony versus the $7 a month membership, which makes you more money, right? And as you can see, we've literally doubled. I mean, our improvement's 116%, over 4,000 visitors on purchasing the $97 offer. So, and this is on a segment of traffic. It's not on all traffic, but it's on enough traffic to matter. So I guess my point is that we're constantly testing things, and there's something that we can do with these testimonials that I think is going to help you tremendously. So if you're a Partner with Anthony student and you have made money, you can go right here and click on this button, okay, and you can submit your testimonial. My suggestion for this is that you just take your iPhone. Don't get fancy. We don't need music. We don't want music behind it. All we want is you grab your iPhone and be like, hey, my name is so-and-so. I joined the Partner with Anthony program. Here's why I joined. Check this out. Here are my results. And then flip your phone around and film your Partner with Anthony members area where you've made money, you know, just raw stuff, right? We just want to show that real people around the country, around the world are doing this. They're doing well. You don't have to break the bank. You don't have to spend $1 million. You don't have to spend $30,000 somewhere. You can truly be successful and make money without all that, with the amount of effort that I put into that program. We want to help you make more money, okay? And we can help you if you submit one of those testimonials. So I know they're there, and I know it's just a lot of you scared to film a video, but listen, you can't break out of, if you can't evolve, if you can't kind of step outside of your comfort zone, you're never going to grow, right? Growth comes from being outside of our norm, right? And it's time for you to step outside of your norm and grow a little bit. So I'm going to extend the contest one more week. For those of you that have already submitted one, you don't have to submit another one. But if you have not submitted a Partner with Anthony testimonial, you should do it before, really, actually, it's not a full week. It's before Sunday. So I'm going to give you one more weekend. So we had last weekend and this weekend. So until Sunday night at midnight, we'll take testimonials, and then we're going to nix it. Then we're going to put together this thing that we're doing, which will be awesome for all Partner with Anthony members. You're going to love it, and you're all going to benefit from it. So make sure that you do that. So these are the things that we're doing next week. All right. Oops. These are the things that we're doing next week. Let's try to undo my weird drawing there. And I hope that all of you are excited about it. How many of you are excited about the opportunity to get your members area next week? Just maybe yes. And the fact that I'm doing members area and Facebook group, because I didn't want anybody mad at me. There's still a lot of people that wanted a Facebook group, and the reasons were so valid that I said, forget it. I'm going to take the time. I'm just going to do it both, so that you can do both and combine both and make it even better, right? It's more work for me, but ultimately it's better for you, right? I see lots and lots of people saying yes. Awesome. Well, listen, what we need to do is get you access, for those of you that are new, to your Student Resource Center, all right? So a couple of quick things. Inside of the Student Resource Center, again, you can join our Facebook group. That should be the first thing you do if you haven't done it yet. Obviously, if you're kind enough to leave me a review on my book, if you've read it, I would appreciate it. You don't have to. And then, of course, if you're a Partner with Anthony student and you've made money, you need to leave us a testimonial here. It makes no sense not to. It only hurts you. It helps everybody if you do, okay? For those of you that are new, you will need ClickFunnels in order to get like this particular funnel right here, the opt-in page and the thank you page, right? You'll need ClickFunnels. When we build the members area, that members area is built out in ClickFunnels. All of the free businesses are inside of ClickFunnels. So you will need ClickFunnels. You can get access to ClickFunnels right here. If you are a member of Partner with Anthony, feel free to log in. I think it's session 3 or so. There's also a link to get ClickFunnels inside of your Partner with Anthony account. Okay, so if you're not a member of Partner with Anthony, you can get it right here. If you are a member of Partner with Anthony, you can get it inside of your Partner with Anthony account. Either way, you need to make sure you get ClickFunnels and get it tonight. A lot of people say, well, why do you do that, Anthony? Why do you build it in ClickFunnels? Never has to buy ClickFunnels. It's the only way I can give you these assets for free. There's no other mechanism by which I can build something, give you a simple link, and then all of a sudden it just works, and it works for you, and it's yours for free, and it leverages my whole team and me, right? So trust me when I say, if I could do it and I could give it to you on a platform any better, or any cheaper or any, I would, but I can't. This is a completely free trial to ClickFunnels. You can get on this for the next 2 weeks. You can have your you can launch your entire challenge business, right? Why not do it? When you get ClickFunnels, you can then go down here and download your businesses. Click all of these download buttons and get all of these assets tonight, because these links will stop working, okay, at midnight tonight. All right, so that's always been in place. What's the new thing is that the challenge funnel links are probably going to start not working 15 minutes into our training sessions. I'm going to start giving those out early so that I don't have the people popping on at the end. But for tonight, you've got access to this, okay, completely free until midnight tonight, okay? And then we do that so that people don't download our stuff and then give it away to other people. So you'll want to click on all these download buttons for your 8-figure funnel formula business. This is your Inboxer Academy business, your 7-figure email business, your YouTube business, your Instagram business. So download all of these, but here's your challenge business. This is the stuff you want to get this for sure, right? This is the opt-in funnel page. So this whole funnel right over here, this funnel right here, okay? You can get this completely free by just going right here and clicking the download now button, all right? Super, super important. Please make sure you do it tonight. There's nothing else that's more important than getting these assets, having them available so that you can start working on this stuff right now and not be behind the curve starting off next week, okay? So how do you get to this page and how do you get on here and how do we make all this happen? Super, super simple, okay? Super, super simple. First thing is you're going to go to this website address. It's go.dsc.com/funnel, okay? And the password to get in tonight, so this is passworded. The password is both. So the password is both. I thought about this. I was thinking, like, I'm always trying to be creative with what is my password going to be. My password is both tonight for a simple reason. You get both. You get the members area and you get the Facebook group. You don't just get one. You don't have to make a choice. Like last week it said choices, and I thought, oh, that made sense. This week the password is both. Because for this, you don't have to make a choice. You're going to get them both. I'm happy to give them to you. I'm happy to work my butt off, spend more time on it, and get it done right for you because I truly want you to be successful. So I hope that you guys appreciate it. How many of you appreciate that? Just give me a big yes. I see lots and lots and lots of yeses. Very good, very good. Awesome. Well, listen, I'm thrilled to do it. I told you I'd be respectful of your time. I know you guys see me looking off to the right. It's because I put my timer up. It's what keeps me kind of somewhat on track. And I'm an hour and 8 minutes, give or take. So I'm close. I'm like 8 minutes over, but I try to keep it at an hour because I want to be respectful of your time. But I just want to get through everything I can and help you as much as I can. So what you need to do right now is go to the link that you see on your screen, go.dsc.com/funnel, type in the password both, and that'll open up this page. First thing you need to do, get ClickFunnels. Make sure you have it. Make sure that you download your challenge funnels. If you're a partner with the Anthony student, leave me testimonials. And then make sure you leave posts in our group every single day for the next 7 days, and you could win $500 next week. Tonight's $500 winner, and I know you guys can't see this, but I actually sliced my finger like right down the center of my finger. So typing is just absolutely excruciating. Not even going to tell you how that happened because it was ridiculous. Well, actually I will. My brother bought a gumball machine for our downstairs condo. It's a huge thing, and the gumballs come down it like that. And I was trying to move it because, contrary to what most people may believe, I actually I vacuumed. So I was vacuuming down there. I had Sophie with me. She went down to the office, and so earlier today I was vacuuming, make sure it was clean. And I tried to move the gumball machine and just sliced the center of my finger, and it's right where I type. So you want to talk about a bad day? That's a bad day. That is no fun. Anyway, so I've got our $500 group post winner written down over here. Hold on, let me get to this week's notes. All right, so $500 winner, and this is, I'm going to make the note here, 500, because he just wrote one thing. So our $500 winner is Hope. All right, it's Jouse, Jouse, so Jouse Fernandez. So I think it's Jose Fernandez. Sorry if I don't say your name properly. My team picks picks a winner because it's just completely randomly selected. And so it's not like I've contacted you, but Josue Fernandez, congratulations, $500 for you tonight for posting inside of our Facebook group. Every single week, we're giving away $500 in our Facebook group. All you got to do is be active, talk to people, help people, and you have a chance to win. So with that said, listen, we'll wrap things up. Congratulations to Mr. Fernandez for the $500 win, and congratulations to all of you on getting both of the funnel paths for the 14-day challenge. So what do you need to do now? Go to the link, go.dsc.com/funnel, type in the password both, get all this stuff, get your ClickFunnels account, make sure it happens, and I'll see you all next week right here, same place, same time on the Success Connection. Remember, do a little something this weekend that other people are not doing. You'll be a step ahead of the game. That's the name of the game in entrepreneurship, right? Is always doing something while other people are not. That's how you get ahead, and being ahead is how you win. And now ultimately, we're all here because we want to win. So make sure that you do that. And of course, I'll see you next week right here on the Success Connection. Post in the Facebook group. I look forward to seeing it, and I'll see you guys next week. Take care, everybody. Good night.